Morning guys, so Wednesday the 23rd of June. Another quite beautiful morning actually. A bit warmer as well, there's less of a breeze. Willow's digging away and chomping at something in the soil, couldn't tell you what. So today's I'm delivering on the last day of the free thinking course. This is a course that's focused on giving opportunities for people who've experienced all kinds of forms of modern slavery. It's the second run of the course, runs over 10 weeks. The way I tend to deliver it is I am like the consistent person who sees them once a week, each week, and then over another sort of 3 days a week, including my day. Other people, other tutors will deliver other skills like English language, numeracy, computer skills, employability skills, CVs, presentations, knowing what your rights are, employment rights and law, a lot of personal development, so looking at helping them cope with life and develop that sort of inner resilience and mental well-being, looking at how to help them develop a mindset that helps to sort of create a positive frame, if you like, around some of their experiences, and really just a starting point in a way, giving people an opportunity to access what I would call basic things that I think that's what strikes me. Perhaps a lot of us may, take for granted. And some of those individuals may still be living in places or accommodation that, maybe isn't necessarily the best. And, they're still really committed to their learning process and the changes that they want to make for themselves and to have an impact on those around them as well. And I just find it a massive privilege. I can't stress that enough. I think it's really hard to explain that unless you've been part of experiencing the process with a group of people who've come from a range of such trauma, such extreme experiences and backgrounds. Some have literally said, they're lucky to be here and lucky to be alive. One person literally described him being, here as literally a miracle, and also it just sort of, opens my sort of eyes up to the fact that there are so many people that are in need, and need these opportunities. They need people to be open and to be welcoming and to be generous in spirit, and which in turn, for these individuals just absolutely gives them such an amazing opportunity. And you hear them talk about how they've, when they look back, and it's 10 weeks isn't an awful long time really, that they came really nervous, really anxious, overwhelmed, perhaps some weren't quite sure how they were feeling about it, and even if it was right for them, what the other people may be like, and so on. And then when they connect with others who they get, they understand that they actually understand some element of their experience, what it's like for them, where they've come from, what they've had to deal with, and they're able to develop connections and friendships. I mean, that alone is priceless. And then you've got individuals who are saying, they've never had the opportunity to even have access to a laptop, or be able to type and word process, and then we were looking at doing PowerPoint presentations, use of emails. That alone is just amazing. They talk about, coming in strangers and leaving friends. One person was in fact, they've already looked at being involved with the Survivor Alliance and opening up a new chapter in the Midlands, and connecting with other people who are already, involved in the work, and they just really want to help others in a similar position to them, to really be able to support them and point them in the right direction, give them some access perhaps to the resources that others just may not even know is out there, really. Individuals looking at increasing in confidence to consider volunteer opportunities, applying for other work opportunities for some when they're in a position where they can, sort of status wise and so on. For others, they've really learned how to cope with their stress, their anxieties, learn a lot of mindful skills, increase their awareness level, practicing the daily discipline of reflecting on their actions, how their responses, how they can influence and change that. Done a lot of work around scanning the body and doing a breathing scanning, but also being able to really slow down and notice the effects on their body, which we've done quite regular, and they've really been able to practice some of those skills as well, and again really help them to calm themselves down, to have influence over that, and to feel that they have more sense of empowerment, ownership, getting engaged, getting involved, and also knowing that they do have influence over their own lives. Somebody was saying yesterday they now have the ability to be able to say no, and know that that's that they absolutely have every right to say no, and that they don't have to agree to things because they don't feel they have control over that, or that they don't want to get upset others or be in a position of abuse and so on. So it's just, I could go on about it for a while, which I won't. But I really just want to sort of share that, sort of try and communicate some of this sense of just if you're not in that position, or you haven't experienced those things, then to know that you have, you may wake up, you have access to a TV, to a computer, you may be able to have access to work or job or opportunities, to be able to speak to friends, connect with others in a way which doesn't have to be challenging. It's just all those basics are really stuff that is, the basic elements of life. So just perhaps take a moment today to really look at the basics of what you have, but actually to know that those are the fundamentals, you know, they're priceless really in so many ways, and to appreciate what you have, because a lot of people don't have those opportunities, you know. So for some people they're not a given, so I think it's really important to appreciate what you have. So on that note, definitely appreciating the warmth of the sunshine, sound of the birds, the quietness and the smell of grass, mowed grass. Have the rest of a great, wonderful Wednesday, and I shall speak to you later, guys. Bye.